Hello everybody. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me make sure. And hopefully my camera stays on today. I know I had some camera issues the last time. So hopefully we don't have that error, the extras anymore. What was I working on the last time? I think the last time we were working on the recurring tasks, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, and I also noticed that on the oh geez, what am I doing? Let me switch back. There you go. I also noticed that one of my lists wasn't, I wasn't able to make any modifications. This session wasn't the sessions list. It was the task list. So on the task list, what was happening is if I go to sort these again, if I try to delete one, it's not playing nice. So let me show you. So what was happening is when I click on, I'm not gonna add a new item. I just want to get rid of something that's old. I can always restore it. But anyway, when I click on delete, see it says save conflict. Your changes conflict with those made by another user. And so I have to figure out where that is coming from. I'm not quite used to that error, if I'm being completely transparent. Especially when I'm a site collection administrator, I shouldn't be getting that error. So I have to figure that out. So let's do a little bit of research. What was the error again? Let me bring that up. Move my microphone a little bit up. There we go. All right. So again, when I click on delete, save conflict. So I have to figure out why does it do that. So SharePoint. The error is save conflict. Save conflict error. Your changes conflict with those made concurrently. That's the thing, I don't have any Power Automate on these things. It makes no sense to me whatsoever why I would be seeing that error. I've already done the refresh the page, I've restarted the computer, I've done everything. Is the item checked out? I don't think so. it would have, like, if it was checked out, I mean, I don't even think checkout is enabled on this list. The only thing I can think of the error coming from is the fact that I have a dependency on this that basically what it does is that if I delete a task, it's supposed to delete any sessions that are associated with it. So that's the only thing I can think of, honestly, as to why I would be getting that error. If I go in here and well, let's look at one more thing. Let's look and see in our code. Let me see what's going on with regards to the schema. And right here, I need to find task. No, routine task. Let's go with the lookup. PT tasks. Not that. I didn't mean to do that. So we have PT tasks in sessions. We also have PT tasks in categories. And PT tasks in sessions. Sessions and categories. That's the only two places that PT tasks is referenced. So sessions, let's go look at sessions real quick. So this is the PT sessions, and we said it was referenced in categories. So let's go look at both tables, or lists in our case. Why is it not? Okay, let me look at that again. PT tasks. Oh, this is a title list. But it is definitely a lookup in sessions. And that's it. So it's not on categories. So the only place that it could be causing a conflict would this occur? Oh my gosh, I can't type today. If there is this occur, there's a lookup to another list where that list is going to cast it. I wonder. Well, I guess we can turn it off and see. But that's kind of sucks to have to do. So here on, not categories, but sessions, on this lookup, we remove the enforcement. Okay, so now if I go back with ID 34, yeah, that's what it was. I don't like that though. Makes no sense. If I go turn it back on, enforce, cascade delete. When an item is the target list is deleted, cascade delete would delete all the items in this list that are related, which is what we want. I'll go to contents again, and then once again delete 34. Yeah. That sucks, man. I was really hoping that I would be able to leverage SharePoint's ability to cascade delete items without me having to write the code to delete it, essentially. Because right now, the only way to fix this is for me to actually have to write code that will get the user's changes and basically find all the items that are related to that parent and go in and delete them, which is again not ideal. I really wanted to be able to say, okay, you know what, if you delete a task, it should cascade and delete. So SharePoint cascade delete causing conflict error. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. All right, so there's a saved conflict. Is there a relation between sessions and something else? I wonder. That's the issue. Let's go look. The only thing sessions would be tied to. So this is PT sessions, the list. It's only referenced twice. I'm trying to think of what. other references it could have, because it's saying basically multiple cascade paths. Let's go look at lookup. So lookup, there's PT task lookup. What else is there to look up? Categories in the tasks field. I think that's the problem. But then why would it allow me to delete it the moment I removed it from sessions? Oh, I think I know what it is. Let's go look at recurring templates. If I'm guessing correctly here, this list also has this recurring templates lookup, which has restrict delete. That's what it is. That's the problem. Those two are conflicting with each other. Me removing one of them removes the conflict. It only checks for one. Why would I need to restrict delete this? Oh, I know why. The reason I did the restrict delete on this one is because I wanted to make it so that if you go and try to delete a recurring task, if you have a child task that has that recurring task as a parent, it should not let you. It should basically force you to have to delete the recurring tasks. But I'm really beginning to think that that's not really necessary. It's not necessary because technically, if you were to delete the child task, it's irrelevant because the parent task, in our case, repeating task, you can always have the ability to create more repeating tasks while you may have deleted all the previous ones. What I'm trying to say is if you have let's say hypothetically speaking, you have a task that says make coffee every day, Monday through Friday. If you go and you delete all the tasks for the entire week where you made coffee, it bears no relevance to whether or not that's still a recurring task or not. So for that reason, I really think we can get rid of this. And in getting rid of that, we can go to our code base, and under relationship delete behavior, what did we say we were gonna put there? Relationship delete behavior. Oh, there we go. 2 is restrict. 0 is not applicable. So let's change that to a 0. So here, we will change this to a 0. And we need to go back to our SharePoint site. Well, before I even, well, no, let me do that. So in our SharePoint site, if we go to our site settings, and let's go to columns, and what we're looking for is PT recurring tasks, or PT recurring templates. Oh, this doesn't have that, so that's, we can leave it alone. See, recurring templates appears 4 times here. Oh no, lookup. It only appears 1 time. Okay, good. All right. So now, let me test the theory. If I go back, and let's say I get rid of learning, or this one, adding a new. No, we still have a save conflict. Categories. Does PMPJS offer a force? Force deletion. It is delete. Which is what I'm using. Oh, so it looks like we can add an asterisk. Let's try that. So if we go back to our Visual Studio Code, we can leave this as it was. Okay, so use delete. And then we're looking at the task API. So here, delete task. It says we had an asterisk, right? Oh, in quotes. Has use delete task, uses delete task. Now let's try that, see how that works. Learning Docker. Which one was I trying to delete? I forget. Add inline task loader. Let's just delete this one. Nope, still not letting delete. Even when force isn't, it brings it right back. Okay, so that didn't work. So that's not an option. Let me type in SharePoint lookup. Save conflict. With those made concurrently by another. see what my dog wants. I'll be right back. Right. The only thing I can think of in our scenario is that when you delete all the items, query the children and delete the children. That's the only thing I can think of doing. Other than that, I don't know what else I can do. I guess we can try that. Let me try that. So let's go to the code. And under delete, we first have to delete all the items. So const child items is going to be type. Let's just do this. Right. And this. Oops. Cared by title. And it's going to be sessions list. Sure. Delete and delete child session items. And then delete the parent. We can try this. And see what that does. I mean, it would stand to reason that if you don't have any child sessions, you should not have any errors deleting items. Test next task 2. What ID is that? ID is 16. So we're trying to delete 16. And then we have sessions. We can go to show hide columns and we can look at PT tasks. And then we look at PT tasks 16. There's only one. Well, no, there's several of them. Okay, so we have all of those in under 16. And now let's go to content. And it's not deleting anything. Okay. What's bizarre is that it doesn't even. It's almost as if the API doesn't delete the items. What's going on? Could it be because it's also, if I delete this, does it let me? It did let me. Why does it not? Makes no sense whatsoever. PT task equals task ID. So let's go look and see if it's even retrieving the children. So here we go to sources. We said test next task 2 was ID 16. Oh man, what the heck? Is it even hitting this? Be right back. All right. That's bizarre. It's not even hitting that. Let's try this. Cache. Delete. What is going on? Am I missing something? Are you sure you want to delete? Sorry. Huh. I'm truly at a loss here. I don't understand why. Why wouldn't let me delete? Okay, so use delete tasks has a delete function. Delete task. say it was? 16? Well, that could be concerning. PT task ID does not exist in sessions. Oh, it's called PT tasks. Well, that could be the why. Let's get rid of the filter. Yeah, it's called PT task ID. Ah, it's plural. There we go. Let's go back to our API. Now this should work. Manage task. Next task 2. Did it delete it? Let's go look. It did not delete it. Oh wait, it doesn't go to the recycle bin. But it did delete it. I'm pretty sure it did delete it. Yeah, it did delete it. It just doesn't go into the recycle bin. So, I mean, problem solved. I mean, it just makes the call a little bit longer, but since we're doing SWR with optimistic update, I don't see a problem. The delay in the API call really bears no relevance in you know, for our concern. So, I mean, deletion works now. But that's interesting, something to learn, right? If you're working with SharePoint and you have a lot of lookups where you have some kind of restrictions involved, just be aware that the more restrictions you have involved, the more likelihood you're going to have of having conflict errors in your API functions. So that being said, yeah, I mean, that's the only way to do it. If you want to keep all the restrictions, that is. I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose, right, of having the cascade delete, because the cascade delete would have taken care of the whole concept of, hey, I deleted a task, I should be able to subsequently cascade and delete all of the sessions associated with it. But apparently you can use recycle like this, and then you won't it'll go to the recycle bin. But I prefer use delete. Which begs the question, right? As a user, would you want to have, instead of delete, have recycle? Curious. I'm thinking you would probably want recycle. Right? So perhaps we should, instead of delete, we should use recycle. Or replace it. Oops. Recycle. Also for fields we can't do recycle. Only for list items. So the nuke API is broken. So on this one we're gonna have to change it to So, I mean, lesson learned, although from a restriction, you know, like a data integrity perspective, it is a good idea to use restriction, but just be aware that the more restricted fields that you have, the more potential issues that you have where conflicts will arise. So I would suggest that in your API, you get rid of you get rid of you get rid of the child items, and then you can go ahead and get rid of the parent item. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. I was thinking about something else. But nevertheless, I mean, it was not necessarily something I expected to work on right now, but it was something that we discovered the last time that we met, where I was having delete issues. But I wanted to test something before I go. wanted to add something here. Basically what I wanted to do was add a way to lower the music like I used to have it. And I know I messed it with the settings. Doesn't look like it's working. Anyway, that's it for me today. Continue on more development next time. I think, like I said, the next time I want to work on the next time I want to work on recurring tasks, the templates, and maybe I want to work on implementing AI in the application. I was thinking of implementing the ability for you to talk to AI, tell it what you're working on, and based on what you tell it that you're working on, it will kind of generate a list of tasks that it'll think are going to be associated with what you're working on, and then you can just tell it to create the tasks for you on the tool, and voila, all your tasks are created for that specific thing that you're going to be working on. I think that would be beneficial, you know, to help in the process. So hopefully we'll work on that next time. So I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.